James Derbecker here with Crescent Kayaks, and today you can tell we're not in our usual walkthrough spot. This is a very special place because we're gonna introduce you guys to a very special boat. The LiteTackle was the signature model for the brand, and we've taken 5 years of feedback from this awesome paddling community to bring you guys the second generation of that boat, the LiteTackle II. So let's go through it and we'll talk about the features, what's been changed, and what things that we certainly couldn't change. Right off the bat, the most important thing that we didn't want to do with this kayak was change the spirit of it. And to me, the spirit of a kayak is going to be the way that it performs and interacts with the water. So with Crescent, if you guys might or may not have noticed, we have what we call a design line. And what we want to do, we keep everything inside that design line, all features. So from the design line out, this is the exact same LiteTackle that you guys know and love. The one that has been, renowned as one of the best paddling kayaks in the industry, and certainly a great boat for the kayak fishing. And what we're going to expand upon is the adventure market as well. So going bow to stern, we definitely maintain that bulbous bow, and a couple different reasons why that's so important to us. One is going to be the way that the boat rides. So with the bulbous bow, it's going to ride high in waves and currents, which is going to make this boat a very versatile paddling craft. You can go offshore, river, lakes, and what I really want to touch on next is one of just a really fantastic upgrades that we made. Put a lot of time and energy into developing this hatch system. Again, it's still very Crescent, and what I mean by that is it's clean, it's utilitarian, and we tried to set it up in a way that isn't going to fail over time. So right away you'll notice the webbed hinge, that's going to give you your compression there. Always trying to do cool little details. We did the embossed Crescent logo, and then again, another thing and signature Crescent that we really like is consistent design language. So what I mean by that is you'll see different elements and features that we keep across the line. So this is a rod saver, actual brand rod saver that you see on a lot of bass boats. We reimagined it as a paddle park, and then also you can strap your rods down as well. And then, just the outdoor culture at Crescent is so cool to us. All kind of started picking up a lot of cycling. You'll see them around our shop and stuff. So this is kind of like our little homage to some of the other outdoor industry stuff we did. Socket head bolts that we just think are really cool, and I don't think anyone else is doing that. And I'll continue to show you guys throughout the boat just the high level of hardware that we went with. So back to the lid and how it works. So you got the hinges here, and then we go compression with the bungees off here. And I think another thing that's really important about hatches is just quick accessibility. So you're 2 pull tabs away. And then another thing that we just didn't want to compromise on the LiteTackle from the first generation to second is just that large tank well interior, kind of that largest entry point in the industry, if you will. So you can put an incredible amount of gear in this. You can store your rods. Super functional. And then again, just with these pull tabs, it's just so simple, easy compression. You got your paddle park. And then now moving to the cockpit of the boat, we kept it open and clean, just like the same layout as the original one. But one thing that we added a lot of functionality is going to be this aluminum anodized, custom-made gear track with Yak Attack. So we had that center console on the last one, and we kind of were hinting for people to do mounting and putting, mounts and everything like that. But with this one, we made it a lot more intentional. And one thing why we did anodized is, so on the underside of this, we have a transducer recess. This boat can go in a lot of different ways, but going towards the fishing community, that transducer recess was really important to them. So, guys, it's insane what people will end up putting on these kayaks nowadays. You'll get a $2,000 graph system on here. So we just wanted to really make sure we put a nice track system. So anodized, custom-made track system from Yak Attack. Again, it's very true to our platform-based system. So what that means is we keep things very simple, but we give a lot of mounting options. So again, what I've always said is we don't necessarily know how the paddler is going to want to set this up. So we just keep it clean, keep very nice mounting system so people can really make this kayak their own. What's very important for us is the rigidity of the floor here. So we have a ton of kiss off through this, so when you stand on it, it's going to be very rigid. And again, that bow system, when you stand, that bulbous bow is going to make the kayak not dip. So this kayak absolutely is set up to stand and fish. This is a very known thing from us. These are stash pockets. They're really cool and accessible. You can do cell phone keys, wallets, sunglasses. And now we start moving into things that have been really asked for from our community. So a LiteTackle with a cup holder, that we could maybe stop right there. But this is, I think, when people are going to get really excited. And with the LiteTackle, we've always fought not having this feature. We've done risers. The new high seat is really great, but going to a LiteTackle with a high seat position is just a huge upgrade for the boat and the versatility. Also, what I think is really important is how the kayak is bonded to the boat, or how it is strapped to the boat, is really going to be an important thing of how it performs. So this is a new strap down system for the LiteTackle. So high seat position, really killer compression on this high position seat. And again, we just wanted this boat to be super rich. So we just overdid the hardware, and a kind of a testament to that is we just went ahead and included that closed cell foam in the bottom cushion. A lot of people know our story. We're all about community manufacturing, telling that story of just some really awesome US manufacturers. So this aluminum frame is bent 10 miles from the shop. The seats are hand sewn in Anderson, South Carolina, with textiles made in Georgia. We're one of the few companies that do a color powder coated frame, and I think again that goes into our really cool stylings. Another cool feature, just subtle molding things that we did that can make a kayak more functional, but it doesn't cost any more money. And a couple of things of those are, we did rod butt stagers. And again, tying into that rod saver. So you can go in the low floor. It's just nice and convenient where you just have a nice molding feature that stops a rod butt, holds it nicely. And then we also have a second tier for that too. And the rods can touch a little further back and go a little lower profile as well. And then as far as storage and managing gear, instead of just doing really big open sides, we decided to do what we call a stash tray. That stash tray lets you just have really quick access for simple gears like a lure or sunscreen. I really like just having that ability just to have quick organization, especially with us having larger open cockpits. I felt like it was important to just have quick storage right by the side. And what's still really nice with this high seat position, you can still store a ton of gear under there. Your goggles, plano boxes, there's still plenty of storage options underneath. So now we start transitioning to the tank well. And I think I'm just gonna call right now time of death on bungees. We've been interacting with this thing a ton, and I'm telling you guys, I'm so excited. With this LiteTackle, I think we brought all the features that kind of the industry's been developing over the last 5 years, and we made this boat completely modern. And then I'm really excited about, it sounds simple or maybe silly, but having a really quick, efficient system for storing gear, it's been really fantastic. So this is our little cam strap system, or our cam strap system that we are doing to very quickly secure down gear. So the key to it is having 2 low points, and just as quickly as this, you're in full compression of gear. Instead of fumbling with all those bungees, which we will still bring it to you guys. We got the rails back here. People can do all kind of gear, everything like that. But this cam strap system is going to be a really great feature. Super quick compression. And then another kind of really nice upgrade without taking anything away, is this rear deck plate storage. So we've essentially doubled the internal storage of the LiteTackle. So quick access to there, and we'll also have for sale a nice little catch dry bag that's really keeps everything manageable, or you can do stuff sacks and do that internal storage. And then some of the little features as far as hardware, I mean, again, 10 times the expense to do this stainless, but all the way throughout stainless security bars. We just wanted really high-end materials, and I guess this is a good time to touch on the materials. Like, again, we have that consistent story, and we just want to keep reiterating it. This is Aqua Tough resin. All our kayaks are made in Aqua Tough. It's the highest quality resin in the market. And I want to address it because it's like, we are very price point oriented company. We really believe in value. I can guarantee you guys we are using the absolute best materials available in the market. And then coming back to here, the one final thing to touch on, we decided to do different than the other LiteTackle. We decided to do basically a landing here for a power pole or even a motor plate. And another nice thing about this deck plate is going to be the accessibility for rigging. And if you guys want to do foot controls, motors, just this access is going to do great for rigging. So let's go into the hull. We'll flip it over and talk about the design and the characteristics and what you can expect from this boat. And how it's going to paddle. So looking down the profile of this kayak, you'll see a lot of the design elements. Again, you have the bulbous nose here at the end that's going to keep you high and dry as you paddle. As we come towards the stern of the kayak, you'll see this elongated keel. That's going to do a lot for your tracking and speed, but speed also with water can come from a lack of drag. So what we did was keep these sidewalls just right at water level. So what they're going to do is that's less wetted surface. So, and that less wetted surface is going to create less drag. So as you're paddling, all of that's not going to be dragging through the water. But when you lean or make a turn with the kayak, it's going to be right there at 4-second stability. So all three of these elements, that bulbous nose, this full length keel, and the rocker profile of the kayak, are all going to lead to a fantastic paddling kayak. And this is on the same footprint as the LiteTackle, but we'll still go through the specs. So it is a little over 12 foot, 34 inches wide. On this boat, the weight capacity, really suggested overall weight is 450, 400. But the key weight capacity that I think kayak companies should really focus on, or you as a consumer should really want to know, is going to be the weight capacity that water does not come into the cockpit floor. So these are called scupper holes, and what they do is they allow the boat to drain. So again, our whole floor system is always pitching into this channel, and then that channel is always going to drain through these scupper holes. So when I say weight capacity, the only one that I care about, and as a designer, the only one I care about, is going to be, what's the weight capacity before this water comes through this scupper plug? So through a lot of testing, we think we're very comfortable with saying 275 to 300 is going to be our weight capacity that actually matters, not 400, 500 pounds, with more gear than you're ever going to put on that. Where you can buy this kayak, those people represent this boat, they represent this brand, and I think what's going to be cool, and when you go out and meet them, they're going to represent you as a consumer. So again, this is James Derbecker with the LiteTackle II, and we came all the way out here to my favorite place where I grew up, Georgian Bay, to shoot all this stuff, because this boat means a lot to us, and we greatly appreciate all the feedback from you guys, and can't wait to see you out on this boat and doing some awesome adventures with it.